The new Agents of Atlas debuted recently, but who are they? Who are these characters? And where do they come from? Let's talk about it. By the way, here's a quote from Bill Roseman, who's the Marvel Games Executive Creative Director, who sums this all up rather nicely. Continuing our efforts to deliver characters that resonate with a global audience, these all-new original heroes were created as the result of a special collaboration between the Marvel Games team and our friends at Netmarble for the action RPG mobile game Marvel Future Fight. Today, we're talking about the new Agents of Atlas. And the first question to answer is, why are they the new Agents of Atlas? Well, this isn't the first team to go by this name. Jimmy Woo previously had a team of super set up with the FBI, and Jimmy himself first appeared in a book in the mid-1950s called Yellow Claw, which chronicles, as a very short-lived series, the exploits of secret agent Jimmy Woo against a Mandarin villain named Yellow Claw, which was mistranslated from Golden Claw. So he's been around for quite a long time. Same with Shang-Chi, who first appeared all the way back in 1973 in the 15th issue of a Marvel Comics title called Marvel Special Edition. Jeff Parker revived the concept in 2006 for Agents of Atlas. This new team consisted of Woo, Namora Venus, Marvel Boy, M11, and this guy who also worked for Fury's Howling Commandos and Agents of Wakanda named Kenneth Hale, who goes by Gorilla Man. And then in 2019, with the War of the Realms, this war descended upon Midgard, the mythological name of Earth, and all sectors of the planet were embroiled in war with elves and dwarves and the hordes of Malekith. To protect the Pacific Rim, Jimmy Woo decided to form a makeshift team to stand against Cinder, the Queen of Cinders and Queen of Muspelheim, and her army of fire demons. They meet up to fight the army as the Pacific Rim's characters rise up to join them in battle. Braun becomes a reluctant team leader, but it happens nonetheless. Also, Oceanic gods like Pele rise up and say, hey, what's up? This new team consists of Amadeus Cho, the former Hulk, now with the name Braun, Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel, Cindy Moon, the hero known as Silk, Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu, Pearl Penguin, the Filipino superhero known as Wave, China's Lei Ling with the moniker Aero, South Korean intelligence operative Amy Han as White Fox, the young girl Danny B calling herself Crescent with her bear Io, as well as Sol He as Luna Snow. Some of these characters have been seen before in various media, but not in comic books. And here they are. Luna Snow is a South Korean K-pop star whose real name is Sol He. Sol was performing at a concert one fateful night at an event for Stark Industries. The terrorist group AIM decided to attack, so she leapt into action to defend her concert goers, but was locked in a cold storage and exposed to experimental cold fusion technology that gave her powers over ice. Ji Young Lee, an artist for her, commented on this. We gave her dark ice and light ice powers so that she became a hero with two different abilities who balances her powers between her two hands, much like she balances her two different lives. So deep. He said that, so the dark ice is destructive and the light ice is healing. So anyway, Luna fought back and the press gave her the name Luna Snow. And Luna, as a famous K-pop star, is somebody that Braun recognized. So after the success of their first new character, Sharon Rogers as Captain America, in the Future Fight game, the creative team debuted their next character, which was Luna Snow, who was a big success, so they went to create their third, Crescent Io. Bill Roseman broke this down as best as anybody on Crescent Io's origin. He said, very succinctly, she's an independent but dutiful 10-year-old Korean girl raised by her father, a kind and wise antiques dealer. One day after returning home from school to an empty house, she's confronted by thugs who claim that her father, who's been forced to provide mystical artifacts to the scheming sorceress Morgan Le Fay, is hiding something of great power in their home. Running from them and cornered, she stumbles against a mysterious mask, which, upon her touch, unleashes a 12-foot tall glowing half-moon bear, which roars to her defense. Crescent quickly realizes she can control the actions of the bear, which she names Io after Jupiter's moon with the highest density, and now bonded to this mighty protector, sets out to find her missing father and stop the dastardly plans of the immortal and evil Le Fay. Couldn't have said it better myself, thanks Bill. White Fox actually debuted in 2014 in a Korean web series called Avengers Electric Rain, and then in the US the next year, 2015, in Contest of Champions. Not to be confused with the game, this was a new comic book title. That said, she does have an all-new costume here in New Agents of Atlas. White Fox, whose real name is Amy Han, holds within her the mystical power of the nine-tailed fox, Komihu. Each of the tails gives her one ability, so she's got at least 9 different superpowers. When Amy grew up, she worked field ops for SKNIS, which is the South Korean National Intelligence Service. In the webtoon, a mysterious rain has been falling over Seoul, South Korea for over a month, and through a K-Stark branch of Stark Industries, the Avengers become involved in the mystery, and the seemingly all involves the mysterious White Skull. White Fox found a secret base with Thor inside who it looked like Hydra had captured and tricked. So it was the god of thunder, it turns out, who was making it rain in Seoul all those weeks. In Contest of Champions, she was pursuing an agent named Gunnar, who she learned was taken to Battle World, a place she quickly went to with the Ultimates to find the Grandmaster, and they joined Miss Marvel in the fight against Maestro, the villain controlling the Isosphere. Then there was this character Nigel Higgins, who's basically a British Punisher using the alias Outlaw who stole the Isosphere, so he was able to transport them from Battleworld back to Earth 616. Aero debuted in a Chinese webtoon piece in 2018. Originally her name was Li Hao and went by the name Cyclone. Li's an architect while also secretly serving as defender and protector of her city, a city that closely resembles Shanghai, China. In her first story, a building that she designed actually turned into this golem, a terrifying kaiju of sorts, a deformed steel and concrete monstrosity. And there was more than one. Then there's this giant eye in the sky that she fights with what looks like support from the squadron of F-14 Tomcats. Pretty cool. She also meets Madame Wong, who has the power to alter the attributes of things. They fight briefly. Madame Wong's ethereal red ribbon fluttering from dynamic to panel to panel. You can see it all here. Really beautiful. We also meet Qi Shang-Ki, who's a warrior who can control rocks and concrete. Aero's new title, we'll see her teamed up with Wave. So who's Wave? She's our newest of the new characters. Her real name is Pearl Pangan. We don't really know much about her yet, but Mark Panizia did reassure us that her origin will be revealed in full rather soon. What we do know about her is that she works for the Manila-based Triumph Division, which is an organization for superheroes that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man #2 all the way back in 2008. She possesses the power of hydrokinesis, apparently comes from the sea itself, and comes clad in this black and aqua green wetsuit, green wings, and this really nice gold armor. So she's water and technology based. Wave carries into battle with her a pair of emerald long swords similar to a kampalon, which is a traditional Filipino sword. Legend says that Lapu-Lapu, who was a ruler of the Visayan Islands, wielded a kampalon, and it was he with this weapon who struck down Ferdinand Magellan in battle. Her weaponry also resembles a Moro warrior blade, which happens to be a symbol against occupancy as well, called a larynx. Filipino artist Lanil Yu designed the Panay Wave, giving her what is described as morena skin, though Yu gives a lot of credit to the writer, Greg Pak. In an interview, Lanil said, although I supplied her visual look, her core characteristics were already conceived in text by Greg Pak, the writer known for bringing Asian heroes to the forefront, including her being Cebuana. He knows his stuff. I gave Wave her fins, the sword, the headgear, the tech look. Miko Suyon, who's an artist who designed a variant cover, says he based her look on Nadine Lustre. So we know she's Filipino when she comes from the sea, and she may be Atlantean, she may be Siren, one of the merfolk. There's a lot of Filipino folklore and mythology that they could pull from that comes from the sea. So here's another one, Swordmaster. Swordmaster's real name is Lin Lai, and he was given a mystical sword by his father, who unearthed it from a 5,000-year-old tomb of the three sovereigns. The sword was said to have been wielded by these ancient sovereigns, these Chinese god king emperors, eons ago. Lin Lai as Swordmaster uses ancient black sword to defeat the villain Chiyu, who's a reincarnated villain from that imperial period and who'd been dormant until now. Doctor Strange will be his mentor of sorts as he teams up with Shang-Chi. The solicitation says, what happens when an undisciplined, untrained kid with a magic sword tangles with the one and only undisputed master of Kung Fu? Amadeus Cho's been around for some time, formerly as Totally Awesome Hulk, but ever since he became less Hulk-like in Champions Volume 2, number 22, he's gone by the name Braun. Same with Sidney Moon as Silk, who Dan Slott rolled out during his run in 2014 on Amazing Spider-Man. Kamala Khan as well debuted around the same time, taking on the moniker of Miss Marvel to honor her hero, Captain Marvel. Greg Pak, the writer on New Agents of Atlas, said this about the title. Working with Bill Roseman, Danny Koo, and the rest of the folks at Marvel Games to bring Luna Snow and Crescent Io from Marvel Future Fight into the comics has been a real dream. The characters are so much fun. An ice-powered superheroine who also happens to be a K-pop star, a kid taekwondo prodigy who's got a giant magic bear. I absolutely love comics that just go there with big, bold characters and ideas, so I'm thrilled we're bringing Luna Snow and Crescent Io right into the heart of the Marvel Universe in the middle of the year's biggest event with War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas #1. In a different interview, Greg Pak said he liked the idea of getting beyond the token whomever and to explore what he called diversity within diversity. In other words, one Asian doesn't represent all Asian nationalities, and so forth. So that's basically all that we know about the New Agents of Atlas as of June 2019. What have you learned? Do you like this team? Any particular characters jump out at you? Let's continue this conversation down in the comment section below. If you like content like this and haven't already done so, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. We do upload weekly superhero film anime content along with a weekly Thursday live show. You don't want to miss any of it. I'm Jesse, this is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.